All right, everyone, welcome back. You should now have a completed assembly for your crew capsule. So you'll notice mine, I have my nose cone, I have my cylinder, and then my eggs are inside. If I did a section view, you'd be able to see them. So our next step is going to be making our drawings. And just as we've done in the past, you're going to open a new drawing by going to the File and then New, and then Drawing, and then use Template. Notice that I now have a drawing sheet in front of me, but again, this drawing is at a D size, which we cannot print on our printer. So we're going to have to edit the sheet and turn it into the A size. So notice I'm pointing to the square in front of where it says Sheet 1, right-clicking, and clicking on Edit Sheet. We want size A. And now we need to get rid of that large title block. So again, I'm got my pointer to the little box in front of where it says on Z large. I'm going to delete, and then I'm going to open up the drawing resources, open up the title blocks, and then I'm going to double click on the box in front of ONZ A, and that's going to give me that smaller title block. So the first drawing we're going to do is the 3 views. So just as we've done in the past, you're going to pick the base view, make sure that it's what we would classify the front view of your crew capsule. You want to kind of stick it over here towards the edge, and make sure it's a scale where you can put a top view above it. You're going to click OK, and then we're going to project the other views from that. So you're going to click on projected view, then you're going to select the base view you're projecting from. When I drag it up, it will show me a top view. Click. When I drag it off to the corner, it's going to show me what we call the oblique view. I'm going to click. And then when I drag it to the side, it's going to show me the side view. I'm going to click. And then I'm going to right click and create. And you will see we have the 3 views. Now, because this is a cylinder, obviously the front view and the side view are the same, but we still do all 3 views. Now, before you move on from this, make sure that you add your dimension lines using Annotate. So if you go up to the Annotate tab, you're going to click on Dimension. And remember, you want to dimension in at least 2 directions. On the front, top, and side view, we do not dimension this view over here, the oblique view. And when you're dimensioning, notice when you have the line, you're dimensioning the whole line. And I should mention this little circle with the line through it, that's called the fee. And that is actually telling you that you've got a, oops, what happened there? Hold on, I lost my tool somehow. That's actually telling you that we're talking about a circle, and that's the diameter. So over here on the circle, if I click on one side and then I click on the other side, basically I'm getting the same thing. This one apparently is telling me the outside, where I have it just a little bit longer. But when you have the point, it's going to measure between whatever the 2 points are. If you have the line, it's going to measure the line. And there's even a way, if I hit this corner and then that point and then this side, I can actually get the angle as well. Except for it didn't like it because it's not actually an angle, it's a cone, it's a rounded surface. But so you can dimension in several different ways. And that's been kind of a frustration for some folks. So you got to just be careful that it's highlighted the right thing. If I want the line, make sure that the line is what's highlighted. If I want to measure between 2 points, make sure that you've got 2 points highlighted. Those are the little green dots. Right. And then once you get at least 2 directions, directions in each drawing, dimension. Oh, also I should say it's a good idea to line up your dimensions so that they're not all just all over your drawing. Lining them up so that they are right next to each other is also a good practice to get into. It keeps your drawings neater. Right. Once you have your dimensions in there, then the next thing you're going to do is use the text tool, and you're going to fill out the title block. So your name goes in the top line, the project goes in the title. So crew capsule, egg drop, something like that. And then notice the scale and the sheet is already done for you, but you still have to put the tolerance, 0.1 centimeters. Pointer go, there's my pointer. All right, so, and then everything else should be already in your title block. Okay, so that's your 3 views. Now we want to add another drawing. So make sure you save this one so that you have it. I call it crew capsule final. And then I'm going to call it 3 views. All right, so now we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to open a new drawing using the template. We're going to go through the same steps of changing the size. And getting rid of that large title block, putting in the small title block. All right, and now we're going to do the section view. So we're going to start the same way we did before. We still have to do a base view. We still have to make sure that it fits on the page. This one we can probably do a little bit bigger than the last one. That might be too big. We'll see. It's got to have room for the line. So we're going to start with the base view. And then you have to open a sketch. So we're going to start a new sketch here. And we're going to click on the base view. And you'll notice it's opened a sketch on top of that base view. You need a line to represent where we want to cut the crew capsule to view the section view. So I'm putting a line straight down the middle. And then when I finish the sketch, you'll now notice that there's this line in the middle of my base view. So now we're going to go back to the Place Views tab. And this time we're going to click on Section View. So when we click on Section View, it's going to ask us for a line. So when we click on that line, then it's now opening the section view. And basically what it's going to do is it's going to cut the crew capsule at that position and then show us what it's going to look like. So just like we do with the other things, you're just going to drag over our section view. We click and there it appears. And actually I'm going to move this over just a little bit more because I don't like how that section title label stuff goes right over the top of the title blocks. They probably should have done it a little smaller. You'll notice that there's these red lines that kind of hatch through the egg. That's showing you that that's a solid surface. You'll also notice that it's around the edges of the crew capsule. That's also showing you the solid surface. This area around the eggs is shown as clear because we haven't told it anything to put in there. So we didn't fill it with whatever the material is that you're filling it. We're assuming that there's going to be bubble wrap or foam or something there, but we haven't put that into our drawing. Tried to keep it simplified and something that we can do within the context of the time that we have to work on the project. So once again, you're going to want to fill out the title block. We don't usually do dimensions in a section view except for things that you can't see in the other view. So things that you can't see in the other view would be this platform and the eggs. So we would want to dimension like what's the distance between the platform and the top, or the platform and the bottom. What is the diameter of the egg? And again, we don't want to like over dimension. So yes, there are two eggs, but you don't necessarily need to dimension both eggs. You just want to dimension the pieces that you can't see. And then like the inside diameter of the crew capsule is not something you can see either. So that's another good thing to dimension there. So you're just dimensioning the things that you otherwise would not be able to see in any of the other views. Right? And once again, you would still fill out the title block the same way that we did in the previous 3-view drawing. Obviously, you want to make sure that when you have it all done, again, you save it. And I would save this as crew capsule final section view. Right, when you have both of those done, you're going to print them both out, and they are going to get turned in for a grade, and then you will glue them into your notebooks. Don't forget to take either a snip or a screenshot to put in your engineering notebook on Google Classroom as well. And that is all I have for you today.